I'm never gonna get married. I don't want to get married.
Why?
There's no benefit for the man. He only has everything to lose.
What?
A man can be completely faithful to his wife, provide, protect, take care of the kids, obviously when he's not working, whatever. And the wife can step out and cheat. And what's the results of that? Man has to pay alimony, has to pay child support, loses his house, loses the cars, loses everything. Why? What's the point? And then, it's a coin flip. Flip a coin if your marriage is going to work. Those are the odds. Those are the chances. If you want to get married, cool. Throw a wedding, put the rings on each other, say your vows, you're married. You don't have to submit nothing with the courts.
Yeah. Die alone?
The only reason why somebody is not okay being alone is because they're not okay with themselves.
Exactly. I agree.
That's it. If you're not okay being alone, you have issues with yourself that you need to take care of.
%50 of men aren't looking for a relationship.
When they say aren't looking for a relationship, do they mean I'm not looking for a woman or I'm not looking for commitment?
Not actively pursuing any kind of interaction with women.
Oh, shit.
Casual included.
What?
50%.
Men didn't stop approaching women because they got weak. They stopped because women got rude. Today, if a man says hello, he risks getting an eye roll, a disgusted face, or a dramatic reaction like he did something wrong. And some women act offended just because the man who approached isn't their type. And instead of saying no thank you, they react like he insulted them. And men are tired of being shamed for being respectful. Most guys are not scared of rejection, they are scared of humiliation. They don't want to be laughed at, recorded, or embarrassed on purpose. So good men don't approach anymore, not because they don't want to, because they don't want to be treated like trash for being polite.
Reason why young men especially are hesitant to get married is because for a lot of men, they don't see any benefit from it. You're just putting yourself at a disadvantage. If someday she could say, you know what, I'm not really feeling this anymore, I'm going to divorce you, but you're still going to be responsible for paying for me for the rest of your life.
Like I said, I'm pro prenup, and alimony is not gendered. It's literally a formula in most states. And so in a situation, I do think if a man wants to get married, you should think about this. You should think about this possibility. But I don't think that it's fair that a woman who has given up so much in order to be a homemaker shouldn't have any, shouldn't have anything. She should just be left on the street.
Modern women have finally connected the dots on why so many men are choosing solitude in 2025. It turns out men aren't mysteriously disappearing. They're peacefully opting out of chaos. Honestly, men didn't vanish. They just walked to the quiet corner of life and never came back.
Okay, so I just got into my car after going on a date, right? And let me just tell you something. I don't know what the deal is with men now, but I had told him prior that I will be having pre and post date expenses, and is that okay, and are you going to cover them? And I don't know if he wasn't listening or what the deal was or whatever, but when I handed him the white envelope, he looked shocked, and then he opened it and it's receipts. Hello, pre post date expenses. Hello, what kind of females do you be dating? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I handed it to him and he literally looked shocked at me and said, I can't cover this. It was $478 for pre and post date expenses. You asked me on a date, and mind you, we really didn't even have that good a conversation because he was on his phone the whole time, and I have a very strict no phone policy on dates. Hello, you're here to pay attention to me. Look at all the effort that I had to put into going on this date, and now you have a problem with pre and post date expenses? Are you fucking kidding?
That's why men are walking away from women. Not out of spite, not out of hatred, out of self-preservation. Because the state of modern women today means the juice is no longer worth the squeeze. Why? Because they compromise peace instead of multiplying it. They bring noise when a man wants calm. They bring conflict when a man wants clarity. And for men in their 30s and beyond, peace is the empire worth defending. Let's talk about the state of modern women. They've been shaped by culture, by social media, by a system that feeds them endless attention they were never supposed to have. And what does that attention create? Inflated egos, unrealistic expectations, endless insecurity. A woman today is flooded with more validation in a single day, than her grandmother got in an entire lifetime.
After years of blaming men for everything under the sun, women are suddenly shocked that guys prefer being alone. Apparently, when you treat dating like a battlefield, men decide to stop showing up for war. It's crazy how peace becomes attractive when the alternative is emotional WWE every weekend.
These are some of the reasons why men are no longer interested in relationships.
How does a woman take care of a man?
What do you mean?
How should a woman take care of a man?
She shouldn't have to.
At all?
No.
Then why should a man date a woman?
What kind of question is that?
Like, what value would you provide to a man?
What? That's a crazy question.
What do you mean?
You shouldn't have to provide some value to a man.
Then what's the point of the relationship?
What value do they provide to us?
Protecting you, providing for you.
This is exactly why so many men are just done with dating. Because I have said this before and I will say it again. A man is taught his entire life how to treat a woman. But a woman is taught her entire life how to be treated by a man, not how to treat a man. Ladies, if you want the benefits of a man, you need to put forth some amount of effort. It doesn't even need to be as much effort as him. It just needs to be something, because that is what indicates to a man that you're actually interested in him. And honestly, when one person is carrying all of the load of the relationship, well, how is that fun?
I don't think men like women anymore.
That is true, but with two corrections. So let me fix this for you. Good quality men with self-respect and boundaries don't like Western women who don't have that much to offer nowadays, but demand a lot in return anymore. That's why some men either stopped dating in America altogether, or men like myself got up, packed our shit, and left. I live in Southeast Asia now, and I like women, again, because these women are kind, feminine, submissive, and traditional. The kind that most American men have not seen in many, many years. And if you like that type of a woman and you are a single American or European man, just go to the millionmenproject.com, where I have outlined step-by-step instructions for you to do just that. Come and see for yourself.
Men aren't lonely. They're resting. They're vibing. They're recharging from decades of unnecessary drama. They finally realize that silence doesn't argue back and doesn't have a 10-page list of expectations. Even Netflix asked them, "Are you still watching?" And men said, "Yes, because Netflix doesn't yell."
Bro, the girl will look you dead in your face and be like, "How come y'all niggas don't never want relationships? I'm in your bed and you're in a 7-year relationship. We just fucked." Like, bitch, what? You're part of the problem. What?
I swear that men don't actually want to be in a relationship with the really attractive girl. They just want to experience her, be in the presence of her, show her off as a trophy, but they never want to actually date that girl because they get too insecure. And I honestly just met this guy and he kind of told me the same thing. He told me he had dated one really tall girl in the past that was really pretty and he got too insecure. And she was a little bit taller than him. I was an inch shorter than him. And he kept telling me things that I should have seen as a red flag, but I wasn't thinking about it. And now I'm currently getting ghosted, and I should have kind of seen that coming. So basically he told me that he saw me at the gym 2 years ago and thought about me for 2 years because I was like his dream type. And then he saw me again because I don't go to this gym often. And he was like, "I have to ask you out." And he didn't tell me that right off the bat. He told me once we were like a few dates in. But like, then he told me that like he genuinely just goes on dates with pretty girls just because he's in the presence of a pretty girl. Men really are just that simple. They want to be around us. They want to brag about us, use us as trophies, but they never really have any intention of locking the pretty girl down. And I feel like that proves my point because now he's ghosting me, but he's watching everything that I am doing. And I just think that most men can't handle the pretty girl. They can't. And it's just unfortunate because it's like, why did you have to pursue me then? Like, why?
Women are starting to notice that men don't hate relationships. They just hate relationships that feel like customer service jobs. Men aren't running away from love. They're running away from the never-ending complaints that come with it. If dating had a feedback form, men would just write, "Please reduce noise levels."
Men don't just leave for a younger woman. They leave for a softer one with softer feminine energy. A man can watch you age in his arms and still want you like day one unless you kill that vibe. Brutal truth is that desire does not die from a little bit of stretch marks or gray hair. It dies from the eye rolls. It dies when every sentence starts with a correction or when you talk to him like he is incompetent. Also, when you compete with him instead of receive. Nothing turns a man off faster than constant criticism that you call advice, mothering him instead of admiring him, speaking to him with contempt instead of warmth, acting like his presence is a burden and not a gift. Men don't need you to worship them. They need you just to respect them. Respect goes a long way. One soft, I'm proud of you, honey, hits way harder than a week of wild sex. Porn star sex won't save it if the energy is hostile and cold. He wants you to want him, to look at him like he's your man, not your opponent. He will stay obsessed with you if you make him feel 10 feet tall, even if she's 55 plus with laugh lines, gray hair, and a softer body than the day that they met. They won't care about any of that. Male desire doesn't die when her body changes. It dies when her feminine energy does. When she trades that feminine energy for resentment energy. The body he fell in love with is still there. The woman who made him feel like a king isn't. Men don't fall out of love with you. They fall out of love with who you have turned into. Bring back the warmth or watch him look for it somewhere else. Save this before your man sees it on somebody else's page.
In 2025, men have collectively decided that peace, partnership, and a math has been Mgtow. They'd rather be alone than be judged, drained, or turned into a part-time therapist for free. A man choosing freedom over stress isn't tragic. It's self-care at expert level.
A man tells you that he doesn't want a relationship or anything serious or any type of commitment, believe him the first time and run the other way. Some men will tell you that, but then they'll turn around and do everything that people in relationships do. Y'all talk on the phone or FaceTime every day or every other day. You'll meet his friends and some of his family members. You'll start doing little nice, cute things for him. Y'all might even start telling each other y'all love each other. Some of y'all might even get intimate with one another. And deep down, you know that you want to really be with him, but you're trying to lie to yourself and make it seem like that's not what you want. And then what's going to happen is you're going to fall for him and want something more. And he's going to say, oh, I told you I didn't want nothing serious. I told you I didn't want a relationship. Yet he's going to continue to do everything that people in relationships do. He's using you. Those men are the most selfish and master manipulators. And quite frankly, they're cowards. What Bob Marley said, a man who awakens a woman's love for him with no intentions of loving her is a coward. Believe men when they say it. Because if you somehow think that, oh, I'm just going to continue to talk to him anyway, even though deep down I know I might fall for him and I know I want a relationship with him, I'm going to continue on talking to him because maybe one day he'll probably want a relationship with me. You are a fool. You're a fool.
Modern women now see that men aren't refusing commitment. They're refusing chaos disguised as independence. When the price of a relationship is your sanity, men are choosing the discount aisle, solitude. Men didn't become emotionally unavailable. They just ran out of patience for emotional gymnastics.
I just wanted to come on and say, hey, dating's fucked. Society is pretty much fucked. And I have just gotten to the point where it's almost so depressing that I just want to be alone and just check the fuck off. Like when you see me out in the world, I'm by myself. I'm on my bike. I'm just out chilling someplace away from people. If I see people in my vicinity, I interact kindly. Hey, how you doing? Hello. But that's it. Everybody's fucking traumatized. Everybody's exhausted. Everybody is hurt on some level, even though we're good at hiding it, we're good at masking it, we're good at sublimating it into other things. Everybody's fucked up, and myself included, just to throw that out there. I want to believe that, Jesus and God and all that stuff has really got our back, and I do feel it, but there's fucking days when having faith is the very act itself, just having faith and being able to have faith.
So yes, women finally get it. Men aren't the problem. They're the ones avoiding the problem. Being alone isn't sad for men. It's a lifestyle upgrade. Honestly, being single in peace feels like men unlocked the premium version of life.
And that wraps up today's episode of Manosphere Daily. If you enjoyed the content, give it a like. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified as soon as a new video is out. Share your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.